and Jason Tatum rocking Timberlands. Dog, don't try to mind fuck us, Jason Tatum. We're not jacking that, brother.
Listen, man, the joy wouldn't be so good if it wasn't for pain, man. That's what I'm here to tell you. Sometimes you gotta reach the bottom to make the climb mean something. So after just series after series of 5-game whooping,
Smo, don't make us win today, Smo. Do not make us win today. I'm FaceTiming you. I'm not calling you. I'm FaceTiming you, brother. I'm FaceTiming you.
Oh, do that. Listen, the men and the boys get separated today. It's a long climb back, but this is what the game is about. This is why we love basketball, man. You're going to either call me, and I'm going to be sick, disgusted, in a pit of misery, or you're going to call me, and I'm going to tell you, watch out.
Yo, Slade called me this morning talking crazy. I said, Slade, relax. You act like you up with Slade. Chill out, brother. Oh, Slade, I love you, my dude.
I mean, hey, listen, today important for everyone. When you're the underdog and you're up 2-0, you got to secure the 3. Like, you don't want to give the big dog, wake them back up. And if we'll be down 3-0, we'll fucking lose if we don't win today. So,
we'll get back to that. So we'll get back in a couple hours of that, though. Let's talk some trenches right quick because people are saying, oh, there's not enough trenches recaps out there. Even though Smo did a recap, I spoke about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're here now, right? All right, fellas, let's go to the first match of the trenches. I was kind of shocked that it was not Dre Majesty and Prezi setting up the fight, but I found out that they wasn't one of the battlers. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. They weren't present at the time, so that's why Tex and Snake went first. Fellas, how you feel about Snake and Tex?
Well, I will say that. Well, I think we had this conversation in the space not too long ago, but the sequencing of battles means so much more than people realize. It's like, even though you have an order of the card, you know what I'm saying? That's the easy way to go about it. Setting a tone for a good event is very important. And why not start off with that type of battle? Okay. First and foremost, I think this battle was really good. Yes. I actually am glad that it didn't happen on the SVU card. You know what I'm saying? It happened on a well-established league, you know, and I think that it made for a really good battle. I think Snake Eyes was actually really good. Specifically in the first round, I thought that he was like kind of styling on him in the first round. Truthfully, I actually was kind of scared for Tex. But the thing about Tex is what I'm realizing is that like he's a person that heats up as the battle goes on. Whereas Snake comes out the gate swinging most often than not. I thought. And even on the watch back, right, I thought that like Snake clearly got the first. Right. They both fought in the second. I think the second is the swing round. I thought Tex had, in my opinion, one of the best rounds of the battle with his third. I think that third is starting to become a staple for him.
Max Myron.
Yeah. It boils down to the second, and honestly, I think I had Snake on the first watch, but I edged Tex in the second. On my like third watch, but that battle is a stock riser for both of them. For Snake, it just builds great momentum, you know what I'm saying? And again, he goes against like these guys and they show up for him, you know what I'm saying? So he can take credit for that. And then for Tex, I think
he had no choice but to show up. He lost for Capo.
Absolutely.
I thought Capo was gonna lose that battle. Snake, I'm glad you showed up on this battle, brother. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah, but I think that for Tex though, this was needed. Because I do think that he got a lot of flack for the McMyron battle. Like I think a lot of people were like, kind of, okay, what we're doing here, like, you know, you need to gather a win. Now, granted, this isn't a clear win, but it's still a step into the right direction because it's a grudge match and it's against a guy that has a large presence and a large following when it comes to those type of matchups. But I think it's a good look for both of them. Honestly, it actually was a really good matchup and a really good battle.
Smo, how do you feel about Snake Eyes having like it seems like the last couple matches, besides the Nitty battle, of course, battling a lot of grudge matches in battle rap, don't know?
I mean, everything he yells at everyone, so everything's a grudge match. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like you know, for other people, grudge matches are far and few between, usually involve personal life. I mean, his whole shtick is like I can make everything a grudge match from my opponent. But yeah, I really like Snake in this battle. Obviously, I like the battle all the way around, but I loved his first. Like and Tex was good in the first, and I felt like Snake still kind of whooped him. Like he looked a level above him where I was like, God damn. Yeah. But I'm so impressed with Tex. I thought he got better as the battle went on. I thought this is every battle, and this is something I could say about the Trenches roster, which we'll talk about the other guys in a minute too. They all look better battle to battle. Like even though Tex lost to Mac, I thought he did some things better in that battle than the Riggs battle. Like clearly, like they're putting in the time, they're watching their tape, like they want to get better. And anything in life, you want somebody that wants to get better at shit as they go on. And I thought this is the best Tex performance to date. So I had Snake winning the first, but I like Texas first. You go right to the third. Texas third is the best round he's rapped. You know what I'm saying? Like just point blank period so far. I thought he kind of styled on him. Obviously, Snake kind of took a dip in the third. So it comes down to the second. I thought Tex had a more efficient second round. Like I thought from beginning to end he was hitting. I thought Snake started crazy in the second. He had 2 bombs off rip.
That sodium in the veins, boy. I like though.
The pockets he was getting in, he just looked like so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like aggressive, but also like in control in a way too. And even some of his PK makers, I criticize his content. It's always the thing. I don't think he's rapping the most creative like material when it comes down to it. Outside when he's in his real talk bags, I mean when he's just like on the pen work. But I even thought in the second he was like this battle he was good, but I had him kind of teetering off in the second. I found myself edging that round of Tex. If somebody's got Snake 2-1, I'm not mad at it though. I think Lang put it perfectly. This is like a perfect look for both. You know, coming off the loss to Capo, Snake comes in here and has one of the best battles of the night. And then as for Tex, like you can debate he won and he looks fantastic. Every day he takes a step. So I got nothing but positive to say for both artists in this situation.
All right. I agree with everything you brother say, right? I'm gonna go to Snake Eyes part right quick. I thought Snake Eyes first round, like you brother said, was his best round, right? Snake, I would like for you to have rounds like that. Round 1, round 2, round 3. If I get a battle with 3 rounds of consistency, I need that from you, right? Also, Snake, I feel with a guy like Tex, some people feel you should have clearly got that W, right? Especially if you're talking about you want to battle T-Rex, even though we were talking about him and Rex some other time, right? With Tex now, the brother's still learning. What is it, battle number 7? He's still on training wheels. And people like this brother. For whatever reason, people really gravitate.
It's unique.
Very unique. Very unique. Absolutely. Once again with Tex, these third rounds, man, Mac Myron, and then you got Snake Eyes. His third round was the best round of the battle, right?
And really quick, he won the third clearly against Riggs. So that's another one to add in there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So his third rounds, I like that though, man. So we had Snake Eyes to an edge, but like if somebody got Tex winning the battle, I can't get mad at that at all like that. I just look for Snake Eyes. I just want to have 3 rounds of the first. You know what I mean? Where sometimes not a drop off. I need boom, 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 back. So across the board, good battle we felt, right? Good way to set up the night. All right. Next battle, Dre Majesty versus Prezi.
I mean, I think Smo said this was somewhat of a test for Dre in terms of like it being a little bit more animosity in the battle, but it did not look like a test once they actually battled. I mean, just completely outclassed him. Like it was bad, man. And again, another person that just continuously improves with each battle. I think that he's kind of went from, and I think Smo mentioned this in one of his recaps. He's went from a guy that's like just has raw talent to actually a little bit more polished when it comes to delivery, cadences, flow, and just like his just overall packaged together a lot better. But not much to really say here. I think this is a good look for him. I just want to see him against like I guess harder competition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want to see him against like a couple of mid-tier talent people. You know, that'll really give him a good look. Like I'm always going to pitch his name out here, but like a YK or something like that can kind of go bar for bar with him. I know y'all looking like that, but hey, I think that battle would be fire.
I got Dre 30 in YK right now.
I mean, you say that, but you know what I'm saying. But I say that. I say that to say that I do think there's like mid-tier people that he could face, and it would be a good look for him, and also be like another measuring stick that would kind of be there for him as he's progressing up. But nothing much to really say here. I mean, he clearly won the battle, and probably one of his best put together 3-round performances that you've seen. So,
yeah, I mean, my thing, and I said I thought this was going to be an ass whooping. It was absolutely an ass whooping, but this was always going to be about thinking the animosity could get in Dre's head, where I didn't see a world where he could lose, but I could see a world where maybe he doesn't perform all the way up to his highest potential, and then it's just kind of like an battle. Because Prezi is entertaining, but like Prezi, I don't think is like a good battle rapper. Like I mean, it's just like There's just no other way to put it. Like, it's funny. He's doing the ad libs and the over animation, but we're not.
You didn't like when he said you're the type of person like Atlanta something outfit or something.
You didn't even know the bar. What are you talking about? You talking about nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. This is crazy. So, yeah, but I had Dre Majesty 3-0, but I think we can all agree, man. Dre was so impressive. And I think the word that I used, 3, I think we might have even talked about it. Yeah, we look comfortable. And I know I said that with Snake too, but Dre, I thought as good as like the things I've liked seeing from Dre, it definitely feels like his delivery is like all passion, but no timing. Like he was just like throwing his material at a person. But in that battle, man, he was kind of moving with it. He had some performance bars, some timing. You don't always got to go 100 miles per hour. I thought he was switching up the pacing, and he was just better in every facet. So even where I knew that he would win the battle, he had to overwin to make it matter. Like sometimes if you got an op that's kind of like not going to raise your profile, you got to do something like crazy, snatch the attention. And that's all you can ask for someone, man, performing to the point that they're undeniable. So I think Dre might even be better than I thought Dre could be before, to be honest with you. He's getting better every battle. So great win.
To my Southern brothers, man, Dollar Bill, Capo, the rest of y'all gotta make room for Dre Majesty. I'm saying, yeah, MLang. I'm saying that. Make room. He considered Dre Majesty is like that. And not for nothing, the same thing I said about Snake Eyes. He did this, and he been doing this every battle, every 3 rounds. He's good for all 3 rounds. Once he snatched the coin and decided to rap first, that's when we should have known he was the shit, Smoke. We should have known when he got the coin.
He had a call out. I got Dre Majesty beating Dollar Bill if they set that up.
Yeah, I would too.
I agree with that also. I do. I had a great.
And that just goes to show. I mean, look at the combos Dollar was just in. You know, in terms of like up and coming talent, and it's not, you know, a couple L's don't put you all the way.
The Saurus loss.
But Dre Majesty, man, I think that matchup would be good too. I didn't care for Trenches and Bags and Bodies. Like I've been saying, like I don't like how they match up. But now you got Dre and Dollar. Now you got Capo and Tex. Now you got, I guess you could do King and KD. I still think it's a weird matchup. But like those are 3 battles that people will tune in for. So if they're going to do Intruders 3, I think it is. I'm not as mad at Trenches and Bags and Bodies anymore.
Listen, man, I know it's Trenches versus everybody, and that's cool, Lang. Am I wrong for saying this, though? And I told Dre Majesty a second ago this week, in fact. At some point, Dre Majesty and King have to have a conversation, fellas.
Dre Majesty and King?
Yes, at some point, they're going to have a conversation. Right now, Smoke, at some point.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think it kind of works in a multitude of ways, because I think that Tex, because Tex seen J Moore, but like he didn't really see King or Dre Majesty. So I think that
move up.
Exactly. So I think that there's a couple of interclass, but I think they're on this tour of just wanting to beat everyone else, and then once their profile is up, we get those type of matchups. But you can say the same thing for Tex too. I think that he can see both of those guys too. So
you can make good if they all reach a high enough profile. Then when they go and have that wreck, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that I never thought of it like that 3, but there's still a few matchups they can make.
Right, of course.
The roster. Like Muwap's battled. Has Muwap battled Tex?
No, he hasn't battled Tex yet, but he's battled King.
And I know they're all super cool right now, but like you're saying, it gets to a point where it's like, all right,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Within the brand, that's forward thinking. So I'm
gonna say this though: if there's one person I would not mind seeing Dre talk battle, because you brothers spoke about mid tiers, right? Dog, if Holmesy decides to make his Trenches debut, I'm not opposed to Dre Majesty.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's what you want. It's dangerous, but like that's where you need a battle where it's like, nah, like most people are gonna pick Holmesy. Say it right now, you know what I'm saying? Just like super underrated, you know what I'm saying? What he can do angling wise, he could take the whole Trenches. Like there's just so many things he could do. I would love to see that battle next, because it seems like Easy's going back to kind of rebook all the people, you know, that were pulled off from the car way back when. That's one of the last names.
So do you guys feel Prezi got bodied, or he fought a little bit? Let me get you guys last take on this battle right quick. Enough said. Next battle.
He made me laugh a couple times, man. He called Easy Easter. That was cool.
Does he get a Trenches back? Does he get a phone call back from him?
If they have Lee LND, is that that's coming up? If one of them wants a shot, you know what I'm saying? I think Prezi could be a Trenches gatekeeper. That's not bad. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad.
Oh no, Smo, the trenches gatekeeper is crazy.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, if you could put yourself in a position to keep getting called back for a check,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
at the end of the day, like I've already told you how I feel about him as a rapper, but
Mhm.
there's a little lane in there to keep getting checks. So do his thing.
Smo, Lang, next one, we got Bonnie Godiva versus Coffee Brown.
Yeah, it kind of played out how I thought it would. You know, Bonnie is a very formidable opponent. Since 2022, she's just been on a good streak of just consistently performing. But we're talking about Coffee Brown. She's easily one of the best like active battlers right now. Having another exceptional year, and again, another person that kind of shifted from just having raw talent to being extremely polished, extremely strategic. It's like it's very hard to be Coffee because she's going to win battles in whatever way she can. Like if she has to angle, she'll angle. If she has to bar up a little bit, she'll bar up. If she has to use whatever tactics she has to use to win, she's going to win. She's just a natural winner. But I mean, she won this battle clear. I had her. I think I had her first and third. I only watched this battle one time, but I'm pretty sure I had her first and third. I think Bonnie took the second. But yeah, that's kind of how I expected it. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily raises the stock of Bonnie per se, but for Coffee, I mean, it just adds a lot of momentum to what she's already doing. So
Yeah, I don't think the thing that affected Bonnie's stock that night had to do, you know what I'm saying, with what's going on inside the ring. I thought she was okay in the battle. I thought I actually edged Bonnie the second round of the battle as well. I thought that she got into, even though she was playing off like surface level, like, you know what I'm saying, like you got diseases, you're a whore. I thought the flip,
rash decisions and all that shit.
but like when she got to scheming with I just kind of like the way she built it up, and I thought she was pretty good from like the beginning of the round to the end. And I thought that's what killed her in the other rounds is like there's moments of good, but there's moments of dry spots or just moments that aren't landing. And Coffee's just such a consistent battle rapper. I will say I don't think she was at her best in this battle, but I
agree. Oh.
Out. I had Coffee winning the first round, clear, but not like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had Bonnie edging the second, but I still think you could probably argue that round for Coffee if you wanted to. And then I thought Coffee clearly won the third. So I had Coffee 2-1. It's just one of those where it kind of went how I expect. I'm not looking at really either of them different. Coffee is not just one of the best women in the world. I think back-to-back years she was a top 20 battle rapper. So she handled business like she was supposed to.
And she has Bailey Lee coming up. I want to say
on the Averb card with JC and all that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Bailey had a good battle. Who did she battle on the Detroit card? And I was like, she was kind of all right.
Caution. I think it was Lady Caution on the.
Yeah. Let me say about this battle. Agree with everything my brother said. I had Coffee 2-1. Don't think the battle was super duper cold in my hollow down voice. It was all right. I had Coffee in the first round clearly. I thought Bonnie did a good job fighting back in the second round. I thought both the third rounds was okay, but I got Coffee still getting that third round. Usually the ladies are kind of more busier than this when they're on card with dudes and all that. You know what I mean? But the battle was cool. You know what I mean? It's not Coffee and Prestavia. I'm not gonna say that. It wasn't one of those. But you know, Coffee did what she had to do. Like Lang said, she finds a way to win battles. You know what I'm saying? So
good start for Coffee this year. Coffee's got the Prestavia battle, the Swamp win, and a Bonnie Godiva win.
Yeah, not bad.
Shout out for doing it again. So
I would say though, the battle she's had though, the replay of it though, because I didn't like her with Swamp. I didn't like that.
Her and Swamp isn't a good battle, but I feel like
Prestavia
a little 30 on Swamp, like that can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So you put it on paper, and then the Prestavia battle is what it is. It's really like that. It's good enough. I just want to acknowledge it.
Next battle, I cannot wait to hear my boy say about these battle right here. Danny Myers versus King.
Yeah, this battle is a top to me because I know it keeps shifting. For sure, in my top 5 battles of the year so far. We're about to be halfway through the year here shortly, but everything I thought it would be. A really great Danny performance. It didn't need, and if he didn't bring this performance, it might have got ugly for him. Really enjoyed this battle, man. I mean, quotables galore, haymakers galore, rebuttals. Some landed, some didn't, but that's okay. I mean, that comes with the territory. I'm about to say it comes with the territory. That is high risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying? But really love this battle. I think to me, I think it comes down to who you give the first to.
Really?
I think, but the thing about it is, I think the second is really close. I gave Danny the second comfortably because I just feel like he just landed like a couple of like highlight real moments that kind of just you had like the we're in real life right now is like that flip was just crazy, and he just had so much going into that round. I gave him the second. King got the third clear. Really loved his third.
Absolutely.
I thought his third was incredible. Another wrinkle that he adds into his arsenal, right? Like, and I think that's what makes you into a perennial star is being able to add other elements into your already refined style. It comes down to the first. Slightest of edge to Danny. I've watched this battle like 4 times. Got a slight edge to Danny. Not mad if someone gives King the battle because this doesn't do anything bad to his stock. If anything, it strengthens it off the strength of him going against one of the best Dannys we've seen in quite some time. And he didn't disappoint. And King never really does disappoint. Like regardless of if it's a person he's above, and when it comes to status, or if he's getting the shot, like he just never disappoints. So, but great battle, battle of the night, easily. Yep. And I had Danny 2-1 with the slightest of edges. So,
man, listen, King turned into a battle of the night machine, man. From this battle, the Cortez battle, best battle of and even before that, I think best battle of the second round was King versus Muab. So he just tends to stand out on cards. And maybe, there's all this talk about mark of a star. Everyone's got different criteria, but maybe that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Every time the King is on the card, we were talking about the King battle pretty heavily after the event. And the battle couldn't have been better. It's the best battle of his career so far, biggest challenge of his career so far. And I also want to give huge props to Danny Myers because I was super critical of him last year. I did not like his year. I thought he lost a lot. Didn't really like his material even. Like, it's not for a guy that doesn't run out of bars. He's running out of bars, it felt like. And he started off this year. There's probably a couple battles I'm forgetting. But from the Quest McCody battle on Apollo, that was dope. That was a good battle, and I had him winning pretty comfortably as well. And then the King battle here, this is the Danny Myers we love, replay value, giving at all tiers. First round of the battle, I got to agree with Lang. I think it comes down to the first round of the battle. I think it's pretty debatable. I had Danny winning the second. I thought King's second was good, but I just thought Danny, I felt like it was clearly better. It's not like King took a huge step back, but I thought his first way better. And then the third round of the battle is the best round of the battle from King, not just his best round, but overall, switching it up. You're punching heavy for the first 2. This is a bar fest, so you're showing the people the base King fans, they love him for that. But then you go into a bag that anyone can appreciate. His subject matter is so tailored and broken down. You don't even got to have the most fire punches. People might just agree with the way that you're breaking down a man's career, but he was scheming, he was in pockets.
Yes.
That version of him is could be a star one day. If there's ever a world where he puts 3 of those together, could you imagine? Everyone hits their peak one day, and it's all angling with the punches, the variety. It's just so many different things. That's an all-around battle rapper. So huge potential flash for him. It's a debatable battle. You could have Danny first and second. Same way I kind of felt about Snake and Tex, but I had King edging the first round of the battle.
Okay.
Obviously Danny in the second, then King in the third. And a comment on one more thing Lang said, the rebuttal factor. I think King is truly you can tell he's so inspired by Danny, because he's even got that same thing Danny's got, where some people will think of a good rebuttal and that's the only time they'll use a rebuttal. These guys are going to throw out whatever.
They're going to keep going.
Because that ranch rebuttal that King had is one of the worst bars I heard this year. I gotta keep it. I heard one in the battle. I'm super impressed with them. That was terrible. You don't have to say everything that comes to mind. And a couple great haymakers in there too. So it's just a fun part of the battle. But battle of the night, top maybe 7, top 5 battle of the year. Super impressive.
Listen, I love everything your brother said, right? So here's my thing with this battle. I felt when King battled Cortez, not saying he didn't want the battle, but he really wanted Danny Myers, Lang, and someone. That's the person he wanted. And I say he didn't really want Cortez right now.
For a long time now. I thought we would have gotten this battle a little earlier. So
absolutely, brother, absolutely, right? So you battle your hero, you battle a guy who's in your Mount Rushmore, you battle a guy you look up to the point when King has asked me, can you get Danny Myers on the show? Both of us want to show together. So this King really, really rocks to this man, bro. And something King said, fellas, because you and I, we all study battle rap here, right? He stayed away from the baby mama talk. He didn't talk about it. He kept his word. He said, I'm not going to go and say the same thing everyone comes at you with. So the fact that he stuck to his word and didn't need that, and then Danny Myers is telling me, 3 in the face-off, what do you think my approach is going to be towards him? And then he delivered the second round his approach and the angle he took. I loved it. Good.
My younger self
was
crazy.
It's crazy.
That so creative.
Battle rap IQ by Danny Myers, fellas.
And because of the way that King raps, it has so many similarities to Danny. It really it hits. Like you could do that. It really hit on a different. That's the main thing.
Only work with King. Smoke. It would only work with King because how much King rocks with Danny. Yeah, that shit landed.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, guys? We're probably not going to see we probably will see another rendition of that shortly because we got Nitty and Elijah Strait coming up. So, so we're probably going to see another rendition of that, just maybe in a different way. Obviously, yeah. So I'm my ears to the streets, man.
I didn't even think about that. We definitely are. That's fantastic.
But listen, are we surprised Danny Myers and listen, like you said, Danny Myers last year, Danny, I rock with you, brother, but I wasn't really impressed with your 2024, brother. And for you to bounce back, like Smo said, the Quest battle, this battle, I mean
40 early on in the year too.
40 early years.
I had winning that battle. I had him winning that.
We study this culture. Danny's usually good in the first quarter. Is he not though? Having this dope battle in the first quarter, sometimes it kind of teeters off.
Yeah. You calling Danny a regular season team?
Yeah. Wow, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. I won't get into that, right? I won't get into that. No, but listen.
He ain't say that.
So, how do you feel about Rex? So Rex said he wants to battle King.
That was crazy too.
That is crazy.
Yeah, coming, but I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I don't know. I think King could use a battle or two before that. But either way,
King be the Rex right now, man. Talk to me, man.
No, I kind of do too, to be honest. But my thing is I think of battles in a booking sense, King and the whole Trenches roster. There's been all this convo when they talk about them about things building up and timing. That sometimes it's not that you can't win the battle or that the battle can't be fire in that moment. Right. That if we get to it the right way, it can not only be fire, but it can be the most impactful. You can get the most out of that matchup. So my thing is I wouldn't necessarily be mad at it, but you got to admit when you saw the call out, you're like, oh my God, right to Rex. You know what I mean? Oh wow, Rex is calling out King. So I like that lingering. Maybe if he's battling top tiers, 2 battles of the night, if he goes in the third great top tier or has another fight of this level, then maybe it's all right, that could be a co-headliner or something on the card. Now we're getting somewhere. But it was a crazy call out, man.
Lang, what do you feel about this name floating around? Because I saw Easy to Block Captain's live the other day. And he reached out to him. He wants to battle King. Mike P also wants to battle King.
I didn't see that.
That's interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not mad at the matchup if Mike P is enthused with the matchup and he's taking it seriously because the Clips performance didn't really care for that. The shooting performance didn't care for that one either. But if he's openly demanding to battle King, then I'm not mad at that battle. And on top of that, a different type of battler, right? So it's not just barring up with Mike P. Mike P is also a person that Angles has a little talk to him in his style as well too. So I'm not mad at that matchup. Actually, I actually think I would be in tune for that matchup. But I was going to say something really quick. I like this slow build between King and Eunice. I know there's some people that are just. I know some people are just we need it now, but I do kind of like this slow build that they're doing, honestly. Because check this out, right? King just had a crazy battle with Danny. On the last CBL card, Danny called out Eunice in middle of the Quest McCody battle. So there's going to be common opponents. There's going to be a certain, I don't know. I like this slow build though. If we don't get Eunice to the end of the year, I'm okay with that.
On and on though, 3. We got to be in reality. This shit's not going on bulletproof. Some people lost their mind, So
are you brothers in agreement with me? That has to be on neutral grounds. We're in agreement with that, right, fellas?
It's only going to happen for contractual reasons on neutral ground. So I agree with you. That's the only place it's going. Can't go out on either their
on the Hitman move card, Smo and Lang. How about that? We can't put that on that card.
That's what I just said though. It's not gonna go on bulletproof, man. Is it that big of a battle? Do you want it to open you think it could open bulletproof? That's the name of the card, the TBO joint with Hitman and Move.
That's what can it open up? Why not?
I guess I think it could be a bigger matchup than that, and that's a big
Okay.
spot. I guess I'm not totally mad at it, but I'm looking at them both battling top tiers right now and building up. I don't know.
Okay, so
I think it could. I understand this build up thing, you know, and I'm glad. I know it was gonna be like scheduled to happen for iBattle. My thing is that when it does go down, it should be on a big league. So respect to iBattle, put on a lot of great fights, but I'm happy of them waiting because I don't think the opportunities they've tried to take with it are really perfect for either side.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think Eunice has got 40 coming up. If one of them is on the card, maybe. I just think it could use longer. I think that's a lot. I think that's a big card to put it on. I don't know if it's that big of a battle.
Okay. All right. I don't got a problem with it on that card though, but I see everyone's in agreement that they want this battle to wait a while. They want it to like next year.
It still got another like several months of build. That's why I'm saying, like, if the earliest I would want it is at the end of this year, but ideally it should be towards the middle of next year. Ideally, I feel like
I can't even call because timing could get progressed, but I'll put it like this, right? And this is like purely hypothetical. Right. But would you prefer if it was like Eunice and King, and Eunice who's been putting work on TBL, or what if it could be like Eunice and Chess? Like, which one fits a card like Bulletproof? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking about Hitman and Mook. You know, we're going to shine some light. I'm sure there's going to be some new matchups, but any new guy that's on the card probably has to battle a vet to make it make sense of that value. So it's not, I think the battle's going to be phenomenal whenever it happens. You know, I've been talking about it. We specifically been talking about this before people were talking about this. You know,
absolutely we was. That's fact.
But you know, it could use that maybe one day they'll both be top tiers, not too far away. And now it's crazy. So I don't know. Just
who do you guys like in that battle? Out of curiosity, who do you guys like in that when these two?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
MLang, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie for me.
This is a hard matchup because they're both performative. I would give King the edge when it comes to energy and projection and all that. Bar wise, I love both of their pins. I think you can make the argument that King is a little bit more punch heavy, so he's probably landing more. Eunice usually has like a little build up in between his, but Eunice is just so superb when it comes to like style breakdowns and angling. Like, this is actually like a really, really hard matchup, like truthfully. But then I just seen King have a masterful third where he does his own breakdown. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. I love the battle though. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have a prediction, like a comfortable choice until it's actually booked, quite honestly. This battle is hard. It's really hard because both of these guys are just complete, like just really creative, have a great amount of energy. And I think I said I gave King the edge in energy, but Eunice is a really good performer. Like, and that's the thing where like he doesn't necessarily have to be overly animated, but like even like the timing that he has in between bars and like the way he delivers is just, I don't know. But yeah, I don't have a winner. I really don't. As of right now, I don't.
I've had Eunice edge, but you know, King has performances like that. You know, it makes it hard to call. I just think Eunice has been a little more experienced, a little more fights like that up to this point. But you know, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'd have to go Eunice edge right now, but it'd probably be debatable battle.
All right, fellas, next one. Frozenberg, Pandering Froz versus Tru Foe. I'm joking, Froz. Relax. Talk to me, fellas.
Go ahead.
I just thought it was cool. I don't have to think too many thoughts on it. I didn't think this was the best version of either. Some people like really, really like this battle, and shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a subjective art form, and they're good battle rappers, you know. But I didn't. It's not a performance I love from either. I didn't think it was bad, but I thought it was like pretty mid. The one round that I thought was like really like one of them being like great is the third round. I thought Foe stepped it up, and I thought Froz had the round of the battle in his third. I thought that was like very, very good way to close out the battle. I did not like either of their first at all, but I edged the first to Tru Foe. But it got better as it went on. I had Froz winning the second, but I even think that round is close, to be honest with you. So like a lot of debatable battles on this card. If somebody had Foe in the first two rounds, I wouldn't be very inspired, but like I'm not mad at it. Like I think you could argue it, but I had Froz in the second, and I had Froz pretty clearly, in my opinion, in the third. So I had him 2-1 in like an okay battle. I think they could both do better, but one's a little more for Foe because he's been on a streak, but I don't think this hurts him either. Like, it's a fight on the road. Some people are going to have him winning. And I thought it was a good return for Froz because you can argue, and I have him getting the W. So not any standout battle of the night, but it wasn't like a horrible low point either.
Yeah, I honestly was slightly disappointed with the battle, but not because it was a bad battle, but like I just thought I was expecting a little bit more. But kind of same verdict. I had Froz winning the battle, second and third. Edge Tru Foe the first. On to the next battle. I don't really have much to say after that. I know. It's just, and again, you'll see me be like more like disappointed when like there's a battle that I was actually like really expecting to be good and it's not, or not as good as I thought it was going to be. So I probably only watched it like.
You had some high expectations. But you guys had expectations for this battle, did you? You sound like that from listening.
I mean, I did, considering like just the slight build that it had, the talk that they kind of get into.
Tru Foe won this battle for a long time. He called out Froz for a little minute, so he won this battle. You know what I mean? Do I think this is battle? A-War battle is way better than this. I think that's not breaking news.
Yeah.
I had a beat A-War. I was in the minority too.
You did. I saw your blog. You did. I had A-War win the battle. You know what I mean? I agree with both you fellas. I thought the battle was all right, man. You know what I mean? Froz, I get it. But listen, we got a good Froz in my opinion because I didn't like Froz against Mike P. I didn't like Froz against Shayna Ashley. Right?
You're saying relatively speaking, we got a good Froz.
He lost to Mike P, but he wasn't bad versus Mike P.
He wasn't bad. Now, his last good material against Charlie Clips. His last good battle I thought was against Charlie.
Yeah, right? Like at that level, because he's bad versus Shayna.
He was very bad against Shayna Ashley. He was trying to rap to Shayna, trying to really rap to her, not rap to her, but trying to get to her. It was kind of weird. All right, but the battle was all right, man. It was all right. I thought it was cool. You know, Froz a lot of pandering, and as he should. He's in Philadelphia, everybody. I get it, and anything like that. I thought Foe had spots. He was cool here and there. I had Froz win the battle, but
it's whatever. It's not terrible. We're not going in on it.
It's not terrible, but it's not. I don't think it has heavy replay value. Like it's not a top 10 battle. Like, oh my god, I really got to spin the block back on this battle. Yeah, I didn't get that feeling too much. But
maybe this next battle though. This next battle got some importance.
Okay, the next battle, main event.
Yeah.
Block Captain versus Swamp. Talk to me, fellas.
No, go for it.
No, I was gonna say I think this battle has a clear winner, and I think we said that this battle, or some of us may have said this battle was gonna have a clear winner, and I think that it came down to approach and consistency, and it sucks because this battle was really good up into the third, where Swamp has the stumble, right? But from round wise, I think that I like both of their first. I thought Swamp got the first. Easy took the second comfortably as well too. But yeah, I mean, I think that Easy did what people wanted him to do, which was kind of like talk to him and talk through him to the people that are like deal with Swamp. You know what I'm saying? So I guarantee there's a whole subculture that was happy about how he approached that part of it. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's a weird situation because I feel like this isn't like high on the list in terms of like marquee wins for Easy, but I appreciate him taking the wreck though, because like he hasn't really taken like a Swamp, you know what I'm saying? He's usually aiming for like people that are like higher in status. So I do appreciate him doing that. For Swamp, this is a tough loss because you have A-War coming up. And how do you bounce back from the Easy battle, which you probably
Hey, Swamp, I love you, my nigga. I don't got you being A-War, Swamp. I love you, my nigga. I got A-War with that battle. But continue.
Yeah, but like it's like how do you bounce back from this battle to kind of then battle another person who, if we're being honest, is kind of pissed off because he didn't get the twerk battle. So like obviously he's gonna have a little chip on the shoulder going into that battle too. Like how do you bounce back from that? And then on top of that, when I'm looking at your year, it's a drop off, man. Like the coffee battle. Honestly, I thought the chess battle was really good. You could argue that he won, but there's a lot of people that have chess beating him. The Marv battle hasn't been released yet, and then now we're at the Easy battle where you had a chance of winning up until you messed up, and we were on the verge of putting the stumbles and the chokes kind of behind you because that was a stigma that kind of stuck to him for a while, and now it kind of has a reemergence.
Back. I mean, he brought this shit from the tippity top. He brought it back. No
Yeah,
comment.
man.
He
But
got the audacity to get in an interview talking about I don't classify that as a choke, and that's why I hate what y'all are doing and lying to your favorite artist when they choke. Be like, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't a choke. It was an extended stumble. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, he choked. I just gotta make that very clear because I saw that was kind of the pathway some people were trying to take to it. There's no way that he stopped rapping that long and ran back like 32 bars, and that
yeah,
wasn't a choke. And I thought that lost him the battle, to be honest
yeah,
with you.
yeah, truthfully. But yeah, easy 2-1. A good win, a good bounce back win too. Because let me tell you, I do feel like he would have been in some dangerous waters if he after the Shook performance and then you drop one to Swamp that you swear that you're so much better than. So this was a for sure a good performance. And then you got the little
Is it though? Because according to this brother, yesterday I watched his live, he's still sitting on this thing that he beat Shotgun Suge Lang. So I don't know. According to him, he ain't losing Suge.
but in the grand scheme of things, you have to know what the general consensus thinks, right? So
Right.
even still, like you don't want a situation where like you take a general consensus loss to Suge, then you
Right.
lose to a guy that you feel like you're so much better than. Which it kind of in both cases, he felt like he was better than both of them. So it just wouldn't have helped him from an optic standpoint. So it was a good win for Easy though.
What you got, Smo?
Yeah, no, well, I think it's a really good win. I thought that Easy's kind of gotten because a lot of things haven't went his way for like a year and a half. Even though there's some good performances in there, obviously, he takes Clips as kind of like an easy kind of like layup. Clips ends up getting him. Obviously, the Geechee battle got flipped against him. The John grudge, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things in just the public eye, like people kind of flipping things that haven't really worked out in Easy. The Suge battle and the way he treated Suge. But I thought this was the complete opposite. Like, Easy won in what it feels like every aspect from like in the ring to kind of like the noise against him, the grudge and the way that things have been going between those two sides. And he just looked like the better battle rapper. And I kind of said, like, with Swamp and Easy doing a lot of the same things in my predictions, it's going to be about who's better at like breaking each other down and mixing in the real talk. And I mean, as good as I think Swamp is, the respect I got for Swamp as a battle rapper. But
All of us up here, we work
the
on
things
Swamp.
that Swamp is best at, Easy is better than him at, like those specific categories. So if it's going to be a war of angles, I thought it could go this way. I thought Swamp's first was immaculate, though. I know some people were saying it's debatable. I thought Easy was good in the first, but I don't think it's debatable. Like, I gave Swamp the first. I thought it was a great start. But then from there, I agree with you. Like, Swamp's second, it's not bad, but like, it got beat. And like, it got beat. Like, it didn't have to take some immaculate round. And Easy had a very good second. That round could have been a level lower. He still would have taken that round. So I was like, all right, ties a switch down to the third. Easy probably has his best round in the third. And then I definitely don't have Swamp beating A-Ward because here's my thing. Easy is the bigger battle than the A-Ward battle in the matchups you had coming up. And you were not clean for that. I think you probably had more prep too. So if you're already choking in the third versus Easy, a bigger battle, all those things considered, I have no confidence he's just going to waltz in a couple weeks later on a much lower platform versus A-Ward, who always gives a fuck no matter what the platform is, like the best version. Not a good thing. And it's going to continue what I think is a rough start to 2025. And I know he battled more than 4 or 5 times last year, but when he took his important battles, those were spaced out. Like, there might have been the Sino Savvies and whatever city visits he took in between, but like the time between the Rex battle, then to like the Cow battle, the prep time he had for those certain things.
Right.
He's not a back-to-back prep type of guy. He went deep in the UM5 tourney. He choked like every round of that tourney. Like, he won. It's kind of like bizarre. Like, he was rapping out of his mind, but he was always giving a round away. He choked versus Nitty, choked versus JC, obviously, so on and so forth. So even if he's done good before, maybe he's just check collecting. I know he's kind of got a lot going on in his life. He seemed to talk about. At the end of the day, that's one of the main things that can put a rapper in a slump when the life inside of battle rap is probably taking you away mentally and at times physically, having to do shit outside of battle rap. So it is a rough start for him, and I hope he can pick it up before the end of the year because he did so many good things last year. But this is all about Easy. Huge W. I don't want to hear nothing about interclass. He's scared to do it. He just went and took Swamp on a grudge match and kind of showed levels, to be perfectly honest with you. So fantastic W for Easy, and I want him in Twerk. I want him in Rock. The matchups we want from him are a pain in the ass to get, but that's what I want to see next. After a win like this, I want to see him go be in a blockbuster matchup. I just hope somebody can figure it out, man.
Great breakdown, fellas. All right, so here's my thing with Easy and Swamp. I think all of us picked Easy to win the battle, going to the battle, right? I think we said 2-1 for the 3 of us across the board, right?
I know I had it. Link, you have Easy?
Yeah, I had easy, but leaderboard was slightly different for tactical reasons. But yeah.
Here's the thing. I thought Easy's first round was okay, right? It wasn't bad. I saw Easy yesterday on his live saying that he feels that the media or guys who are giving Swamp the first round or some pity round shit. Easy, let me just give you some advice here, brother. Words of wisdom here. None of us up here is giving nobody no pity rounds here. I think since they Swamp won the round, I don't think that's jumping out the window. I thought Swamp kind of got the first round kind of clear, in my opinion. I watched it back like 5 times.
Kind of, he just did. But battle rappers are gonna like big it up to always
But
be something. No pity round. The first round, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and again, you're talking about the same guy that feels like Cal didn't win the first round against him. So it's like, I'm not surprised.
You gotta stop that. You gotta stop that, bro.
I'm about to say I'm not surprised. I mean,
part of the character. That's
Lang is right though. You're right, Small. It's the character. But I think the brother ODs a little bit when it comes to him. He just be ODing with it sometimes. Like, brother, it's okay. He lost a round. It's okay.
He throws it out there. People get pissed off. And now they're arguing with him about his W. I just see the play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got to say whatever he wants to after a performance like that.
The second round with Swamp is night and day, man. Swamp, I like your first round, brother, but there was a complete drop off after that, brother. I did not enjoy a second round like that, King. Respectfully, I just did not. Easy second round was phenomenal. I can make the argument as the best round for him and best round of the battle. I can make that argument. The second round was
experimenting on a raccoon is crazy.
It was dumping in the second round. You know what I mean? Here's one thing with the third round, though. Would Swamp have won that third round, even if he didn't bring it way back from? I know, because all right, he had no momentum at all, obviously, right? Or lack of, or when he tried to get some momentum, he can't get it, right? Let me ask you brother a question though. Would he have won that third round if he finished clean though? Or material?
I liked his material, but it wasn't good enough. Like, I don't think he had a bad third in terms of what he rapped, but not like I think Easy was just better than him in the second and third. The choke makes it. The choke hurts you more on the footage because now you're not just losing, but you're choking. But even if he didn't, I think he was still losing 2-1 clear.
And then balking on the boss and then spinning Swamp around. It looked crazy like it Swamp. It looked crazy. I'm sorry. The optics of that, Swamp. It did look bad. I mean, you're walking at the boss, you're spinning Swamp around, your bodyguards come
all aspects. When I say in the ring and out of the ring, this was just like it's a W on multiple fronts. Yeah. He got better of this particular rivalry in this instance.
Yeah, so I got Easy win the battle 2-1. Easy, you're not finished though, because even though you did beat Swamp, I still want to see you battle real sick at some point. I ain't saying gotta be soon, but I wouldn't mind see. I mean, you lost the Fonz, you beat Swamp. The guys who in your class, such and such. I would want to see you real sick have a conversation at some point. Not now. Yeah, I like to see that.
Fonz was really good.
Yes, absolutely. So it's Swamp. I do have concerns because I know the brother. I love Swamp. I know he has personal things going on off air that nobody's business. So I feel he's using this for therapeutic reasons, right? And I don't know if sometimes that's always a good thing, right? Easy clearly won his battle, man. And what you guys, Easy and Twerk seem like that's the one. I feel like we're gonna get that before Easy and Tay-Rock, fellas. What do you guys think? Right?
Yeah, I think that it will take a lot for that battle to get booked. And then like I've already went on record saying it was like there's other people that Tay-Rock can battle, you know what I'm saying, they can give shots to in the meantime. Like him and Sick is right there, and you know, him and Fonz is right there. He's battling Jada Nightwing today. So it's like there's other stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? But Easy and Twerk, I think that's been reignited, so I'm not mad if the train gets to rolling for that.
Hey Swamp, I'm gonna need you to pick the pace up, brother, because you can't. You number three in Cody, right? You number 3, right? Bro, you're going from 3 to like. I don't like this. This is not. I mean, I didn't see the ball battle.
Not even on the board right now. You know what I'm saying? Like this is
so. Overall, how you feel about the overall card, though, fellas? We didn't get Jay Murder, we didn't get Riggs, and we didn't get Asami and Jay Moore. Overall,
yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, even though there was a lot of hoopla before the event with Jay Moore and Ace not going down, I think ultimately this is a positive, a net positive for the event and for their league. You know, I think Smo talked about the talents. It was a really good look for the Trenches roster. You know, and then Yeah, I just think it was just a really good card. You got a good main event. You had a really good battle between King and Danny Myers,
Right.
and you had some standout performances. And like I said, you also had a really good opener with Tex and Snake Eyes. So I mean, what else could you ask for a card like this? So
8 out of 10. I think it was.
I said also the 8 also. We're on the same page right there. All right, fellas, about to watch some basketball.
Yeah.
My brothers. Shout out SMO, shout out MLang. Love y'all boys, man. See y'all later, man. Shout out my boys. Y'all know the vibes already.